played Napoleonic Wars, yes, we'll be watching the 9th Vanguard go up against the crew of the Flying Moonfish today, as we'll just have a look at who's who. The 9th Vanguard will be the Russians, and the United Kingdom will be played, or will involve the crew of the Flying Moonfish. And we'll just stick with the Russians this round, I guess, and then we'll zoom on over to the crew of the Flying Moonfish and we'll watch their UK play. It's foggy as well, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to zoom out and give huge open views of the battlefield and show you guys what's going on, but we'll just follow these guys for a little bit. It could be very interesting. I don't really know how to cast these yet, if I'm going to decide to just follow a regiment around every game and give a bit of a description of what's going on. But hey, I think I can see some soldiers in the distance just down there, as everyone's probably going to line up. Will they pop shots off? But it looks like they break up into two groups as well. The 9th Vanguard, which I've noticed. The crew of the Flying Moonfish does not, but hey, they're getting off some early shots here. Gets one kill, the 9th Vanguard, so the 9th Vanguard are currently one up. There's 12 people on each team, so it's 11 versus 12 right now, and it looks like the crew of the Flying Moonfish are going for a charge, but the 9th Vanguard have the hill here, but whoa, a lot of soldiers dropped there. Very, very nice volley, and there you go, 4 soldiers killed in that little volley there. Another volley goes off from the crew of the Flying Moonfish down the bottom of the mountain, or down the bottom of the hill rather, and they are just kind of trading off volleys a little bit now. But I think the 9th Vanguard has to get out of there, because I think a lot of them need to reload as well. There's 1 or 2 guys backing down the hill. They're just firing off random shots right now. I don't know if they are in any cohesion at the moment, but it looks like the 9th Vanguard are going to be struggling in this one, as here comes the crew of the Flying Moonfish, the UK, up on two sides. Up on the two sides of the hill. Someone's complaining about the rules. I don't really know about the rules, but I just watch the game, and they're pretty damn good at the moment. Here we go. Moving in for the kill shot now, surely. Approaching slowly, take some side shots at their lines. There you go. They got 2 kills out of that one. I think the officer... No, I don't think the officer got a kill at all, but hey, 9th Vanguard get a little bit of a kill. And now the bayonet fights start, and they are very, very interesting. I'm quite surprised about how good people are at the bayonet fight, because I've tried my hand at it and I'm absolutely terrible, but some people are really nuts. Oh, that one got him right in the face. So the United Kingdom wins. Well played, crew of the Flying Moonfish, and let's get ready to spec the second round. This time we'll be watching the United Kingdom crew of the Flying Moonfish. They're up 1-0 at the moment against the 9th Vanguard, who are the Russians. Nice long line there. They've got 2 officers as well, so I don't know if that's against the rules or not, but we shall see, as they're going to approach up this lake. And oh, okay, yes, this was the hill is obviously just directly ahead of us, I'm pretty sure, if I can remember my bear. Oh mate, no, that's the hill to the right, actually. So I wonder if the 9th Vanguard, the Russians, will set up along that hill again and fire some more accurate shots at them this time, because I'm pretty sure their first volley only got 1 soldier. But let's hope that the Russians can fight back and make something of it, because I'm pretty sure it's best of 3. The last one was best of 3 that I was watching, the 9th Vanguard and the crew of the Flying Moonfish. This is actually the second game of the night, I'm pretty sure, and hopefully there's more to come, because I'd love to just really do a whole night of Napoleonic Wars. And if you're fighting in this battle, well, who knows? In the future you might be more. You might be, I wouldn't say famous, I don't really think I'm famous at all, but no, you might be in more line battles on YouTube, so that would be pretty cool. That would be a lot of fun. And where are these pesky Russians right now? I'm looking around as well. There you go. Over to the left-hand side, up on that hill, you can see the big flag waving in the distance. I wonder if that's a deliberate move from the Russians. Like, maybe the Russian guys have to have a flag because they're in a particular spot, but it seems like a bit of a disadvantage to me, as I would not want to be holding a flag, because you're kind of showing the enemy where you are. There's the first volley of the crew of the Flying Moonfish right now, going off the UK line infantry. Not getting many hits though, as we'll probably zoom in and see some dirty mustaches and beards on our United Kingdom soldiers as well. Unfortunately, or fortunately for the United Kingdom, none of them died just there. So the crew of the Flying Moonfish moves off now down to the left-hand side of this hill. There's also those 2 groups by the 9th Vanguard that we're seeing once again. Oh, 1 guy goes down. That was a good shot. Oops, I've accidentally scrolled up. Yes, I like the scrolling up feature as well. It lets me scroll through all the players really quickly, so I can jump from side to side. That's very, very interesting, say if it was in a urban battle or anything like that. But these guys are right now just really moving out to this left-hand side, trying to get behind the Russian guys right now. They're all in that zigzaggy formation as well. I think they're trying to do the bayonet charge here. I think they're definitely trying to get a bayonet charge going. Oh no, they've all stopped. They've pulled up in a line. I think they might get off some good shots here. They get 3 soldiers, 4. So I think that's 8-10 right now. That was very, very well played there by the crew of the Flying Moonfish, and they have really got the 9th Vanguard on the back foot now as they're retreating up the hill, and the British are off up the hill once again. Somebody's been slayed, so I guess somebody did something wrong. But yeah, I think this could be over. The United Kingdom have just stormed up the hill, and I think they're going to take a 2-0 lead in this best of 3, I'm pretty sure. Or it should be a best of 3, as the last one was. He's fighting with his flag to the death, but he gets stabbed in the gut. The UK win the round. Well played, crew of the Flying Moonfish. Yes, we're back for the third and maybe final round. I hope it's the final round, because if I say it's the final round, then it's not. It's probably not going to be too good at all. But here we go. I think they're going to take off now, and we'll be watching from the 9th Vanguard, giving them a little bit of support, and hopefully they can get up and make it 2-1 and make the scoreboard look a little bit respectable. They did win the last game 2-1. Actually, I was trying to cast that, but unfortunately my Mountain Blade just decided to crash every 2 seconds, which is a little disappointing, but oh well. At least we're getting to watch it on this very foggy map, and a little bit of woodlands as well, but some nice hills, some nice vantage points for people to fire volleys off at each other right now. And there is a long line, oh geez, over the hill there's a huge long line of UK troops already coming down. The crew of the Flying Moonfish. It's a very, very peculiar name. It's very, very interesting as well. I struggled to say it when I was actually doing the last game, but no, they get off their first volley, the 9th Vanguard. Very, very nice, but they've broken up into 2 squads, and they're all spread out, which is very, very nice. I've noticed that when you do bayonet charge, obviously you need to spread out so that people have, so the opposition or your opponents have less chance of hitting you, but they're missing the shots from this close as well. You can see that zigzagging going on by the crew of the Flying Moonfish, and they are really, wow, they are a really well-drilled bunch of guys right now. I think it's 3-all at the moment in the deaths. I think the UK is slightly starting to get ahead with a few more kills there. Here comes the bayonet action, and the officer also going in with his sword. He gets stabbed in the back. Geez, that was malicious, and this is going to be a very, very interesting fight right now. I think the crew of the Flying Moonfish do have the numbers, though, and they might be able to take this one 3-0. And one guy's just running away. I don't think he's going to be able to do much. He's just got fisticuffs out. He's just being stabbed from all different directions, and I think that will be GG to the crew of the Flying Moonfish. Well played in this foggy little hilly kind of farmy kind of woodlandy area. He's still going though, but eventually he's probably going to get the crap belted out of him. There you go. Crew of the Flying Moonfish, well played and well won. G'day everybody, I'm not sure if this is actually around or not, because someone just said live after reset. It was the admin Teddy Picker at the top. But yes, this will be the third and final match. This is the first game of the third and final match. It's currently 1-all. The 9th Vanguard won the first one, and then the crew of the Flying Moonfish came back and won the last one, as we saw, as there's beautiful music going off in the background. They're lining up in their line now, and they're taking off to try and go over to the Russians and beat them off, and maybe take the win as well for the whole match. And we can see the Russians firing into here. We can see the different little bits of shells landing everywhere, I guess. The musket balls landing all over the place. I guess they're not really muskets, but the shots, the rounds landing all over the place at the moment. And a very nice spread out formation here, the crew of Flying Moonfish. They played very, very well last game as well. It's 12 versus 11 right now. No, now it's 11 versus 11. I don't know. They're trying to even up the teams whilst they're playing. I don't really know if that's the way to go about it, but somebody got a kill just there. I'm pretty sure that it was the UK faction as well. Yes, it was definitely the crew of the Flying Moonfish that got one of the two of the 9th Vanguard, but the 9th Vanguard have fired back and got these 2 unlucky soldiers, and yeah, he's not going to be fighting any further part in this war. As I zoom to the grass and over to the little bit of a fence barricade, which they've done very, very beautifully here. The 9th Vanguard has used that fence beautifully, making sure the crew of the Flying Moonfish can't use their bayonet charge, which I must say has been quite effective in every single game. They're a very, very good bayonet faction, or bayonet regiment, I guess you could say. The crew of the Flying Moonfish, they do it very, very well, and they were easily able to beat the 9th Vanguard in the last 2 or 3. No, I'm pretty sure it was the last 3, actually, of the bayonet engagements that I watched. But there's one guy back here that will probably be cleaned up and probably make the score 1-0 in the favour of the 9th Vanguard. The Russians have definitely won, so that was round 1. Get ready for round 2. Welcome to round 2, or game 2 of the match. Game 2 of the match, yes. Here it is. the Russians, 9th Vanguard, going up against the crew of the Flying Moonfish, which start a long way over there, and they're just going to line up behind this wall, this little wooden barricade again, which worked so brilliantly for them last time, because the crew of the Flying Moonfish could not bayonet charge them. They didn't even use these rocks as cover. Just here, the crew of the Flying Moonfish, which is a little bit surprising, but they look like a very, very well-oiled unit, that crew of the Flying Moonfish. But the 9th Vanguard as well looked very, very good in the first game. Unfortunately, I didn't get to cast that because that's when they were winning. not biased at all. I think I'm in the 5th Shock Infantry. I don't know. That's the guys I play with. So I guess I might as well call myself one of those guys. But yes, the crew of the Flying Moonfish is a long way off right now, coming down the river. And these guys are just going to, looks like they're just going to camp. Oh, wow. Oh, I was going to say that would have been a fair shot, but it looks like someone killed a teammate as he was trying to take a shot. I think he killed. Someone was shooting for the crew of the Flying Moonfish all the way over there, and there's a guy on the other side of the fence, and he got shot down by a teammate. That is very, very funny. I'm pretty sure that makes it 11 versus 12 right now. And the crew of the Flying Moonfish does have the upper hand with numbers due to, I think it was Mr. Homo Bear or something. Yeah, Mr. Pink Homo Bear, who shot a friendly troop just there. But the crew of the Flying Moonfish is moving heavily around to the left right now, flanking very, very well. I guess they're spread out as well, so they're going to minimize the accuracy that the 9th Vanguard shots have, even though it is very hard to aim a shot in Napoleonic Wars. I suppose it's not that hard to aim a shot, it's very hit and miss most of the time. I haven't actually found out the aiming secret myself, but I'm guessing a lot of these guys know because they're playing in a regiment versus regiment battle at the moment. They're lining up behind that wooden barricade thing again. They get one kill on the crew of the Flying Moonfish, but it looks like the crew of the Flying Moonfish is going to come in the back. Their bayonet charge is always so effective against the 9th Vanguard, and it looks like they might be able to get him behind here as I go through some bushes. And yeah, I think they're going to line up against the wooden palisade or wooden barricade, and they're going to use their own tactics against them right now. And the 9th Vanguard look a little bit all over the place, guys running around everywhere. The crew of the Flying Moonfish lose another soldier there. Looks like the 9th Vanguard do have the numbers though. Those crew of the Flying Moonfish guys need to get over that fence and help out their allies. They're doing well, the crew of the Flying Moonfish, considering the amount of numbers they got in there, but this is going to be a bayonet fight to the death, and the crew of the Flying Moonfish need to win this one to take it to the decider, which is the 3rd game. They've got a kill there. I think the crew of the Flying Moonfish might have this one. They're a very, very good bayonet fighting side, I've noticed, and I think they might have it. Melee, come on. Melee. Jeez, one guy is taking on 3 right now. This would be pretty good. Oh, there you go. United Kingdom wins the round. Crew of the Flying Moonfish takes it to the 3rd game. Let's have a squiz. G'day everybody and welcome to now what is the 3rd round. This is the decider. 9th Vanguard won the 1st game. Crew of the Flying Moonfish won the 2nd game, and now this is the 3rd game that will decide the match. Right here, the crew of the Flying Moonfish moving out in single order. Their regiment battle, or regiment versus regiment, not regiment versus regiment would probably be a little bit better to say at the moment. But yeah, they use the beautiful flank around the back on the other side of the river, but it looks like this time they're going to flank around this side of the map, as I'm pretty sure the 9th Vanguard will just be sitting behind that wooden palisade again. I think I can see them in the distance lined up behind it. Or maybe not. No, they're definitely lined up behind it. Yeah, they're doing a little bit of a camping action back there. But hey, bit of lining up behind this little wooden palisade now. But I think the cover advantage actually works in the favor. I guess both teams have to go through the same amount of cover. But I think the cover advantage would help the 9th Vanguard, the Russians that are on the other side of the map right now. We're spectating of the UK, the crew of the Flying Moonfish. And guys are just scattering around everywhere. I don't know if they're trying to find ways over the fence, but there you go. I think they're eventually hopping over the fence. This guy back here is struggling a little bit. There we go. He gets over. And the crew of the Flying Moonfish is now off in, not hot pursuit. I guess they're off charging at the enemy. Using the Scarecrow as cover. That's always a very, very good tactic. They're going to line up behind this wooden palisade, or wooden fence right now, I should be saying. And they're going to fire some shots off at the 9th Vanguard. They're not going to get any kills. It'd be very, very good if someone got a kill here. I think, actually, yes, the crew of the Flying Moonfish, Timbers. Very, very nice shot there, Mr. Lookout Timbers. Very, very good shot, actually. But it looks like the 9th Vanguard have fired back here, and they've got first mate Mad Eyes. He's hit the deck there. No luck for Mad Eye today, as the Vanguard are still firing off their shots. I think they're firing in a line as well. They're firing a whole volley. The UK faction right now, the crew of the Flying Moonfish, get another kill. but they're firing much more fire at will. Actually, the Vanguard look like they're firing with a bit more fire at will now as well. They were firing a whole volley before. I think it's fire by rank. I'm pretty sure it is. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. The 9th Vanguard get another kill. The crew of the Flying Moonfish get another kill. So another guy goes down there. So the 9th Vanguard, I think, would be leading right now. I'm pretty sure they'd have one man extra at the moment, as I'll just zoom over towards the other side of the battlefield. And there's definitely fire at will occurring in the crew of the Moonfish, not the Mountain Fish. I don't know why I'm starting to call them the Mountain Fish now. But the Moonfish's lines, bit of fire at will. A bit of fire at will on this side as well. That's a lovely shot there by Mr. Goatee, taking out Lit Cooley. And then another good shot by Captain's Wench Bitchy. Killed Brig Omega. So that was a very, very nice shot there. Some great long-distance firing at the moment from both factions, the Vanguard and the crew of the Flying Moonfishes. I'll just duck below this tree. Nice headshot as well. Jeez, the crew of the Flying Moonfish, it looks like they might have this one. They're a very superior team in close combat, but the Vanguard get a kill back, and they've been a lot better in the close combat when it comes to the bayonets and the sword fighting when everyone gets in close, but they look like they're able to dominate in the longer kind of shootouts as well that they're currently having lined up behind different wooden palisades. And the wooden palisade, I've noticed, is a very, very good hard cover, if you like. I suppose it's not really hard cover, but it's a very good bit of cover, as it forces the other team to like try and find a different way into the paddock or the fencing area that you're standing in, because they can't just run up and bayonet charge. You can just move back and then shoot them from behind the fence. But I think we might be seeing the fall and demise of the 9th Vanguard here. Everyone's kind of just lining up in front of them. There's a headshot there. Crew of the Flying Moonfish are just cleaning them up right now. Jeez, look at that. They get one kill out of that, the 9th Vanguard. There's only 2 soldiers left for them, and I think it's going to be bayonets out. But this guy has kind of gone out a bit of a lonesome right now. He's going to try and take him on. There's some good 1v1 duels going on at the moment. Let's see who's the better player out of these two guys. I don't know their names, obviously, because their names don't hover up, but we'll see by who dies. Looks like the 9th Vanguard, Mr. Maverick, died back there, and then beautiful kill by Lolability to win the game for the crew of the Flying Moonfish. I nearly said crew of the Flying Mountain Fish. Very well played. They won 2-1 today. They won the second map and the third map. Very, very well played. And the crew of the Flying Moonfish, hopefully I get to see you guys in another game very soon. If you'd like this, make sure you subscribe. Keep coming back, because I'll do more and more regiment battles if that's what you guys want. And well played to the losers, unfortunately, in this game. But the 9th Vanguard, very, very well played as well. I hope to catch you all next time. Cheers.